What's up, fight fans?
What's up, guys?
In today's video, let's start with some good news. Ben Askren is awake and on the road to recovery. Of course, he's lost a lot of weight, and he still doesn't remember anything about what happened, but he's thankful for all the love and support he's been getting.
I have not given you an update in a while. Figured you deserve one. Whenever this is all the way over, I actually just read through my wife's journal because I don't remember anything from May 28th to July 2. No recollection, zero idea, no idea what happened. We'll kind of go through it all, and it's I just read through my wife's journal. It's like a movie. It's ridiculous. So I only died 4 times, right? Where the ticker stopped for about 20 seconds. That's not ideal. I don't think you guys know that. But I got the double lung transplant. I made it out to the other side of it, gaining quite a bit of strength. We're going to use everything again. I was actually on the scale yesterday, 147 pounds. I've been on 47 pounds since 15 years old. So I was like 50 pounds in a 45-day period. So man, that was a battle. Luckily, I don't remember most of it. And the thing that was most impactful to me was all the love I felt from everybody. And it was almost like I got to have my own funeral, right? I still remember 30 years ago when Dave Schultz died, and you listen to all these older people, recollect how much they enjoyed him, how much they loved him. And, obviously he never had to hear that. I'm sure some people told him. But, so man, the outpouring of love from the wrestling community was just amazing. It felt so good. And so, I'm more motivated than ever just to keep giving, give back, and do what I can and help out the best I can help out. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. It's been tough, not only on me, but my whole family and my close community. So I appreciate everything. Hope you guys appreciate the update. And like I said, sometime down the road, maybe Amy and I can detail everything a little more.
The MMA community came together fast, and that clearly meant a lot to him and his family. Daniel Cormier immediately reacted, writing, "We love you, buddy. You're a fighter. It's why you're fighting back. Thank God we still have you." Ariel Helwani also wrote, "You got this, Ben. We're all thinking of you and praying for you. Keep fighting. Much love to you and your family." Henry Cejudo wrote, "Glad you made it through, bro. Really put life into perspective for all of us. The funky is back." Michael Chandler wrote, "Love you, Ben. You've always been the toughest man I've ever been around in my entire life. Proud to call you a friend. I wouldn't be where I am today without your belief in me. And the same is true for many others you've impacted. So let's all wish Ben a safe and speedy return home, back to his loved ones, where he belongs." Charles Oliveira recently opened up about the shocking knockout loss he suffered at the hands of Ilia Topuria, and it's clear the moment left a lasting impression. Speaking honestly, Oliveira said he had no memory of the KO itself and was confused after waking up. For a fighter as experienced as Oliveira, who's been in wars with the best in the game, this kind of mental blackout was new. It wasn't just a loss, it was a scary moment that reminded everyone just how dangerous Ilia Topuria really is. Oliveira isn't making excuses. He's owning the loss, staying humble, and already thinking about what's next. But one thing's clear, getting knocked out like that is something you don't forget, even if you can't remember it. Oliveira also says he would change everything, as he didn't do anything he trained for against Ilia Topuria. "I would change everything. I didn't do any of what I trained for. Everything we worked on, none of it happened in the fight. I've been in this game for a lot of years, and I had never been knocked out like that." A lot of fans believe that after such a knockout, most fighters are never be the same. But Alexander Volkanovski proved them wrong. Even after 2 crazy knockouts in a row, he came back stronger and did something most fighters can't. He got his UFC title back. He didn't just win, he beat one of the most talented and promising young fighters. But even with this huge win, his family is asking him to retire. They're concerned about his health and feel like now might be the right time to step away from the sport for good. In a recent interview with Demetrius Johnson, Volkanovski finally admitted that after that brutal knockout by Makhachev, he probably should. Even though the knockout against Topuria looked way worse, Volk said the recovery after that fight wasn't as bad. According to Ilia Topuria himself, we haven't even seen his full potential yet. He says he can do even more, but soon he'll face one of his toughest challenges yet, Arman Tsarukyan. Still, a lot of fans believe knocking Topuria off the throne won't be easy at all. Some people joke Charles Jourdain once figured out the only way to beat Ilia.
Guys, after years of studying Topuria, I finally know how to beat him. So you start the fight, Topuria fights slow, you need to lower your stance and then you...
Others recently argued that Usman Nurmagomedov might be the one to stop him. One fan wrote, "Usman definitely wins." But the comments came flying right back. Usman would be dead. My God, Topuria would put a life-threatening beating on him. Right now, Ilia wins. Usman, with more experience, is a real contender. Usman could barely edge out Paul Hughes. Topuria would mangle him. We've seen it again and again. Fighters from other promotions just aren't on UFC level. Round 1 KO. Dude got beat up by Hughes. Imagine what Topuria would do to him. And one fan made a fair point. Usman needs more experience. He's super talented, but people are too blind to see it. So what do you think? If this fight ever happens, does Usman actually have a shot at beating Ilia? To be honest, they already have a little history. Back when Topuria said he'd beat Makhachev in a street fight, Islam's team, all his friends, came at Ilia online, telling him to watch his mouth or he'd have to deal with the consequences. One of the guys who threatened Topuria was Usman Nurmagomedov. He even promised to slap Ilia if they ever crossed paths. So yeah, this is already a real conflict. And UFC loves that kind of heat, just like the fans do. Khabib's original plan was to have Usman take over the lightweight division after Islam retires, but now that plan has changed. There's a new king at 155, and I don't think taking that throne from Topuria will be easy at all. Joaquin Buckley thinks that if Ilia Topuria beats Islam Makhachev and becomes a champ in 3 weight classes, he could take the spot of one of the MMA greats, like John Jones, GSP, Demetrius Johnson, or Khabib.
If Ilia Topuria is able to move up and fight Islam at 170 for the belt, you know, we always talk about, you know, the GOATs, right, of MMA. And, you know, now everybody's opinion is different for sure, right? But you know, I'm always saying these 4 names for sure, right? It's John Jones, George St. Pierre, Demetrius Johnson, and Khabib Nurmagomedov, right? Those are always the 4 names that I usually hear amongst people. And with that being said, out of those 4 names, right? If Topuria does what he does and becomes, you know, and gets 3 straps, right, in 3 different divisions, I truly believe he does put himself in a position to become an all-time great. Who you think he replaced off that mountain? Who y'all think he replaced off of that Mount Rushmore? Who it is? I'm just curious.
Francis Ngannou is back in beast mode, and he's making sure everyone sees it. In a recent training clip that's been making the rounds online, the former UFC heavyweight champ is seen working out with a massive powerlifting chain wrapped around his neck, getting ready for what's to come. Francis captioned the post. It's clear that the Predator isn't taking any time off. After the tragic news about the car accident where a young girl lost her life, fans didn't know if Francis would ever return to the spotlight or if he'd come back at all. But this video sends a clear message. He's coming back, and he's coming back stronger than ever. John Jones is back in the gym as well.
Way back. Boy. Spider webs.
And of course, what's a video without Merab in the end?
Opa. Ow.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. We will be very grateful.